Now we're live.
Live and in person.
Oh, shit. I had the video ready. Here we go. Look at my expert streaming again. Maybe.
Or isn't it right there? Second one.
Oh, is it? Yep. Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Please leave this one. Hey, welcome back, guys. This is D.
Maybe. Whoops, that is not how you spell that.
Leaked. Oh, it's canceled.
Oh, my God.
Xbox.
How come the first one I found was the right one? Now I can't find it.
What you're about to see is the canceled Xbox virtual press briefing that would have announced the Xbox Series S, along with the release date and pricing. Oh, so this was the...
Uh-oh.
That makes sense.
Hi everyone and welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Cindy Walker. I lead product marketing for Project Scarlet. Today I'm going to be joined by Phil Spencer, our head of Xbox, Liz Hamrin, head of platform engineering and hardware, and Sarah Bond, who's head of our Xbox partnerships and ecosystem. We're going to start with Phil. Welcome, Phil.
Thanks, Cindy. It's great to be here.
As we worked together over the past few years on a lot
we
of
can
big
follow
projects,
most of the
E3
same
and
rules so
kind
we
of
can
get
do
some
more of
big
these.
events off the
What
ground.
is this, a
We've
sitcom?
had the opportunity to kind of watch
Suppose people
the
didn't start cheering.
Xbox story arc really start
Thanks,
from,
Cindy.
what I would clearly define as a long-term strategic vision, play the games that you want with the people that you want on the devices that you want. And lately, as we've referred to
didn't
it
get
as our
notification
Xbox
we went
vision,
live.
it definitely doesn't feel like it's a vision. It definitely is starting to feel like it's becoming our actual reality.
Yeah, absolutely. This feels like a year, as you say, where the
been
vision
banned.
that we've worked on for so long, you see it in real products.
That'd be sad.
And that's an exciting time. That journey from vision to reality isn't always a direct path. We're taking feedback, we're learning, we're listening.
concrete
But
table.
it's been nice
Things
over
would
the
be so
years to
heavy.
be able to set that vision
Yeah.
as a team and see so many proof points of that vision. 5 years ago, we sat down and we said, what role should Microsoft play in the gaming business? What, as Xbox, what can we do? We centered on this
there
idea,
it
as
is.
of putting
Okay.
the player at the center of the decisions and really trying to think about the
Danielle, what's
friction
he get
that
to hear
gets
twice?
created in
Is
some
it
of the
echoing?
traditions
Oh,
of
no,
the
you heard
gaming
it from
business.
upstairs. I get what's
and can
happening
we
now.
break some of those, really
said you got to
freeing
hear
up
it
the player
twice,
to,
the,
as you say, play the games that
your
they
ridiculous
want with the
intro,
people they
but
want on the device.
you guys
Oh.
probably heard the first one in person.
For us to deliver on
I was
that
like, wait,
vision,
can you
we
hear
knew
us
there were
before we
four
go live?
real
'Cause that's not
important areas
good.
for us to go and invest. One of those was obviously content. People want great games. We've made an incredible investment in Xbox game studios over the years, and it's really great to see the output that those studios
let's
have
do it.
today.
Okay.
Our partnership with the Microsoft
Long
Cloud,
horizon.
allowing us to deliver great games to so many people in so many places. We're starting that this year with the launch of xCloud,
I was like, why are they sitting so...
which will really
Oh,
bring
Jesus.
gaming to more
up to you if you don't
people.
wanna do that.
And then as we looked
Let's
at
keep
gamers
Game
and how they
Pass.
build
Okay.
their library, we thought
Cloud's
there was an
gonna be
interesting
crazy.
opportunity for us
You think they
to bring
put up
something
those-
else to market.
the
And
wires
Game
in the
Pass,
background, like,
we're
when
having
they actually have to be
incredible
there?
success with Game Pass right now. Not
Game
just
Pass.
millions and millions of subscribers, people playing so many different games, but also creators who now see this as a great avenue
That's all you.
to build new games, new genres, new franchises, and get
Oh, shit, I
access
almost
to all of
overflowed
these
it.
millions of players who will go
What do
and
you wanna try
try
next? We
games.
can,
And
just
we're
share
long
them all
on
if
Game
you want.
Pass. It's a huge
Sure.
part of
Pass.
what we're doing at Xbox. But obviously
He's just
for
said
us,
Game Pass?
the console
Did he
is the
really?
foundation
Yeah.
of what we're going
Oh, that's
to
up to you, man.
We thought it was really
balls.
important in the Scarlet generation that we had a real vision for what we wanted to do
Smoking.
with our next generation
Smoking
consoles,
balls.
and it's exciting to be here today to talk about it.
Well, and as
You
we
gonna
kind
get some
of talked
balls
about
while you're
earlier,
at
this
Micro
vision
Center?
started years ago, so we were able
I
actually
actually
to
didn't
use
think
some
about
of
that.
our
Maybe
Generation
that's something
8
I could get.
hardware to learn and,
if I go,
and
I'd
test
wanna look at the
areas that
3D
we wanted to
printers.
get better at or wanted to really inform
are
our
so
Project
interesting.
Scarlet generation. Tell us a little bit about some of those decisions.
Yeah, I sometimes get
Yeah.
asked
Yeah,
about
Dave,
this
yeah.
year where people are
Got you one little
seeing
Dave
the
there.
work that we
You
put in
know,
over the years come together, and was it always the
Family
plan?
Guy
And
had a
I chuckle
little
a bit.
bit
It was
on,
always a plan. Though, as we said, sometimes that plan has learnings and some changes.
What's that
but
restaurant
if you think
going
back
out
to
of business?
Generation 8, which is what we call the Xbox One
Oh,
generation,
Fuddruckers?
Yeah.
when we started on
bit
this
on
vision,
Fuddruckers?
we knew
Did it really?
that
Was
we
that
had an
a
opportunity
newer episode?
with
I don't
Xbox
think so.
One
I don't remember that at
to
all.
test some
It's
of
so
our
funny.
assumptions.
So true,
Could
too.
we ship multiple Xbox
Huh.
Ones that have different performance profiles, but
Yeah,
are
'cause
able
that would
to
caught my
play
attention, 'cause I
all of
said I
the
went there as a
games that were
kid,
launched
so,
on Xbox One?
I don't know why I
Could
don't
we
remember.
bring
I
your
used to love
previous generations of
Family
games to
Guy.
Xbox One?
But it was making fun
through
of
our
how
backward
like
compatibility
ridiculous you get
program.
the burgers,
And when
you
we
get
do
the-
that,
yeah.
and we actually use the power of the console to deliver the best version of those games. Team has done incredible work there. It's just great to
Is this
see
thing edited?
how many of the best
Did you
games
see that?
today are running on Xbox
This
One.
might be edited.
And these
It's
were
even worse.
really
They're trying to make it
important
look live.
learnings for us. The ability to deliver Xbox One X in the low profile that it has, just small console, very quiet, and delivering true 4K
that
gaming
grouch
for
fit on.
people.
4K.
Another important thing as we
4K?
roll
Was that
into
one of those?
Generation 9.
That was always before, but
which
I
for
do
us
this if
is
you
Project
don't want.
Scarlet. And I get asked sometimes about the code names and people trying to decipher what our code names mean. For us, Project Scarlet was the name of the generation because we knew we were going to be doing multiple things in Generation 9 in Project Scarlet. We knew we were going to deliver more than one console
went
to the home,
fast.
which is what we're here to talk about today. But we also knew we were going to be delivering blades into our Azure data centers, versions of an Xbox that fit
Bringing
into
back the blades.
A data center, allowing people to stream games from the cloud to so
From
many
cloud.
different locations. We also have our development kit, which I say is kind of the unsung hero of the generation, because that's the thing that developers
wonder
are using right now to
how
go
many of these data
build the
centers
next
will have.
generation
Like, it'd be like
of
Amazon
games
and
that
Google,
everybody
where
wants
every
to go
state has
play.
their
So
own.
for us, Project Scarlet was the code name. And there were some
you
real
rocking an
investments
Android
that we
watch?
wanted to make that we wanted to go
Do you remember when
across all of Project Scarlet.
Microsoft
Our work with AMD on
phones
the SoC,
and the executives
to
were getting
really
caught
beef
using
up not
iPhones
only
and
the
shit?
GPU, which
Yeah,
we
don't
made
you?
tremendous
Didn't I tell you the one time I went to a
advancements in,
Microsoft store
but
and they were trying to
also
sell me on
this
there?
year,
Yes, that was
so
you,
that
He's
wasn't
like,
it?
dude, trust me, you don't want
when
an
you
iPhone?
see
And he went
incredible
on and on
looking
about Windows
games, and they'll
Phone.
continue to get
Let
better.
me show you why you
Now
don't want
we're
one. Pull out his
starting to
iPhone to show
feel
me
games
why
that
you'd
they feel as good as
want
they
a
look.
Windows
Things
phone?
like
Oh, wait.
120 frames per second, variable refresh rate.
I had a
giving
friend that was,
developers
like,
real
so
tools to tune the latency
into
and
some
experience.
Windows phones.
People are going to play
It was
games
like when
on,
the fucking
on
ship
Scarlet
was
that are
sinking,
going
it
to
was
feel
like,
like no other
"Do
game
you
Yeah.
still
that
have
they've
one of
ever
those?" And
played
it's still
on
rocking.
console. We're also building.
I told you I got
consistent
one,
development
but
kit
that was very like at the
across
beginning when they
console.
were
So
making out
as a
like it was gonna be the next
developer, I can
iPhone
build
on
one
top of
version
having
my
Xbox,
games,
and it was
and I get
worse
access
than
to the
iPhone and
full
didn't really do
Project
anything with
Scarlet,
Xbox.
Expensive
kind of
store,
install
too.
base of
Yeah.
players, and it really unlocks a lot of potential for the developers. For console players,
I didn't even
I'm
fucking
confident
realize
our
the
next
Xbox
generation
was
of
sitting there. I'm
hardware will
blind.
be the best way to play all of your games.
So that must be when
this
they
year
revealed the
and in
S
years
when they
ahead.
set it at the table
Only
with
next
it.
generation consoles backed by an ecosystem
It
that
looks
gives
bigger
you
than
access to more
in
games
the pictures show.
when and where you
I really
wanna
like
play.
her outfit.
The only next generation consoles
Little
with
boots.
next gen performance, speed,
Little
and
boots.
compatibility, accessible to everyone. And as people know, accessibility has been a really important thing for us. And price matters in accessible. Price, form factor, all of these things were
Because you look
critical.
like when the
So,
camera cuts out.
we've
it's
already
just-
talked about Xbox Series X, but people have been asking about Lockhart for a long time.
Who the
It's
fuck keeps
kind of
leaking
the
all their
worst kept
shit?
secret in our portfolio. But to be here today and to get
Yeah,
to
really.
talk about Lockhart, the smallest console we've ever built, frankly, and still has all of the same compatibility and design goals that we set about from the beginning of Project
Notice how
Scarlet.
you had to
And I
change
can't
that to
wait
have all the
for
same
everybody to
specs.
get to experience
Has all
what
the
this is
same
about.
design.
So let's take a look at the Xbox Series S.
Did you hear about the rumor? There's another one that's in between the two.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about on the podcast. The V.
Yeah.
I'm confused why I still didn't just put this out. Why did it waste all the time? Even if it leaked.
You ever seen how some of this stuff is shot?
No.
Wild. There's like whole like studios that just do weird videos like this.
I hope it's not that weird with the fucking speaker.
'Cause I thought it was like all computer generated.
Yeah.
Kinda like it.
Did you hear how these games aren't going to upscale to what the X can do? Like the backwards compatibility. You heard how any old games will upscale to what the X can do, and these will upscale, but to what the S can do. So even backwards compatible games are going to play worse then, or not as high quality as the X.
Liz,
Wow.
it's finally here. We've finally revealed
think-
the Xbox Series S.
Why does it look like she
And
just
I
talked to
know
her
that I
mom?
have been waiting for this moment
Stop!
for a
I was
long
about
time.
to say the same
And
thing.
despite all the
I was
rumors
gonna say older
and kind
sister.
of information that's been rolling around
She
on this
definitely was talking to her
particular
mom.
console for quite some time, I still think that the most striking thing about it is when you
Is she
see it
holding
in
the
its
Xbox?
actual form for the first time and how small it is.
It is. It is our
She should hold
smallest
it up like
Xbox
Simba.
ever. It's so light. It's just over 4 pounds, and it's 11 by 6 inches. It's incredibly
What if
quiet.
someone talked about their
You
babies?
can
like
store it vertically or horizontally.
That's probably how
We
Jason
don't let
holds
the
his
small
baby.
size
Yeah, it's
fool you.
11 pounds.
There is incredible
Flipping
next-gen
onto its head.
performance in this small package.
great
When I
performance.
first
in that
saw
small
both the
package.
tiniest form factor of Xbox Series S alongside
I'm so
our
concerned about
most
this
powerful
generation of
console ever
consoles
with
because
Xbox
like you do
Series
something
X,
similar too.
I couldn't help but be
fuck am I
struck
gonna
at how
put
they
this
looked
on?
like they were definitely part of the same family. but maybe
Even the
not,
Switch already kind of
siblings.
blocks
We know we
something,
built
but
the
I don't know
Xbox
where the fuck
Series
else I can
X
put
to
that.
house the most powerful console of the next generation. How should we think about the
It'd actually
design
be
intent
almost
behind
perfect
the
spot if
Xbox
they don't
Series S?
overheat, which
Well, we built Xbox
theoretically they
Series
shouldn't have
S
much
to
issue with that
deliver
because
all
almost
the
everything,
core
the disk drive's
features
not
of
running,
next-gen gaming.
which should
So
help
that's
because I was
higher
managed with
frame
the
rates,
Xbox,
faster
but
load times, and
if
richer,
they
more
really
dynamic
are,
worlds. And so, what we saw in prior generations
I
was
could
the cost
maybe
was
climb
really
cool with the
preventing some
standing
gamers
system
from joining early in the generation.
to take out that shelf
When
and
we
have one
looked at
standing
trends
inside
in
there.
silicon
Yeah.
and hardware
I give you
costs
a
in
point
this
overall.
generation, we saw
Especially
that we weren't
'cause
going to see the kinds of decreasing costs
The
that we saw in
Xbox,
prior
they said you can
generations.
sit down, but I feel like
And
it's
that
going to look
led us
really
to
weird.
realize that we could deliver
the
a fully
PS5, I don't see how you
next-gen,
could
more
sit
accessible
down.
console at the
Yeah.
beginning of a generation. And when we were building this, we also realized that a number
Xbox
of
should
our
have just done what the
customers
PS5
cared
did,
more
or
about frame rate than
PS3
they
did.
about
I think everybody made fun
resolution.
of it, but I thought
So
it was
we
cool.
realized we
Or maybe
didn't
it was in
have to
PS2 where you could
require
change the
4K
logo.
TV
You
for
could
this
flip it.
console.
Yeah,
We also
PS2.
learned that a number of players, especially new players, expect their games to
found that
come
out
with them
so
across
much
all of
later
their
than-
devices.
Oh, really?
Than I should
And so
have,
we
yeah.
made the Xbox Series S all digital. And by making it all digital, that was one of the things that allowed us to get to this smallest, sleekest Xbox ever.
Did you ever have
We know that
online for
because these two
PS2?
consoles are coming out at the same
No.
point in the generation, you're going
Um,
to share a lot of the same features.
I actually didn't even
and
have
they actually share
PS2.
a
My
system
brother did. I
architecture.
played
Would
it,
you
but
tell us a
I
little bit more
owned the
about what
GameCube
that
and then the
system
Xbox,
architecture has
so
enabled and how that's
that was
come
always
to
kind
life?
of third for me.
Absolutely. We got together with our
It's rare
partners
if
at
it's the other
AMD,
way
and we
around.
Oh, yeah.
decided that we were going to co-engineer
Yeah, I
a
was,
second custom SoC.
Before that, I was
based
pretty
on
much
the
all
Series
Sega
X
and
architecture, so
Nintendo.
including
Yep,
both Zen 2
Nintendo.
and RDNA 2
That was so
technologies.
gross.
The result of that is
Um,
that you see very similar
Like I
CPU
played
performance
PlayStation, the
across
original
Series
one. Like
S
I
and
loved
Series X.
Spyro,
You
Crash.
see
There's
identical
games, but
IO
it wasn't like that was my
performance.
system.
Really, the only difference
It
that
was
you're going to see is
the
in
Nintendo
and the
and
Series X was
Nintendo.
designed to run native 4K
and
up
Sega
to 120
and
frames a second.
so I bought a
While the
GameCube
Series
and I was
S
so
was designed
jacked I
to run
didn't
at
care about
1440p,
the other two coming out at
also
all.
at up to 120
And then I went
frames
to
a
my
second.
friend's house
Now, if you
and
happen to connect your
played
Series
Halo.
S
And I was like,
to a
holy
4K
shit, I need an
TV,
Xbox.
You'll be able to take advantage of
So
our
that's why
advanced
Halo
hardware
connects so
scaler
much
and
to me.
see
The
improved
Xbox, Halo
resolution.
was the reason I
Now,
bought
no matter what
Xbox.
think there's a
TV
reason for a
or
lot of
setup you
people
have,
Yeah.
we want to make
I
sure
don't think
you
there
have
would
the
have been
most
another
immersive
Xbox.
experience possible.
Yeah.
So
I don't
we're
think so
including
either.
Dolby Vision at launch with these consoles, and you'll
She
see
changed her
that on our
boots.
streaming apps with our partners
Oh,
like
yeah.
Netflix,
They were much shorter
Vudu,
before.
and Disney Plus. And Dolby Vision will be coming to games in spring of 2021. And Xbox will be the
She's
first
killing it with
console
the
to support
outfits.
Dolby Vision for
And
games.
Phil comes
Now
out
you'll
with
see
the
the
same
same great
grouch.
sound on
Yeah, he just
Xbox
woke
Series
up.
S that you see on Series X with our
These
spatial
ladies out
sound
here
and Dolby
stunting.
Atmos.
You talked about immersion, which is very important as you think
Oh,
about gaming
man, I bet we
experiences.
missed some
It's
shots
also
in
important
there
as we
with all
think
these
about
fucking
just
fancy
the
words they're
way that the
throwing around.
consoles
I
are
didn't think
designed,
about it.
how much sound they actually
It's
emit
just
on
so
the
innovative and
acoustics,
exclusive
the
and
size and shape of them,
immersive.
where they fit into your household. Tell us a little bit about the thought and design that went
Your
into
thought?
the actual industrial design of the console.
Well, we've designed our consoles to fit into your life and lifestyle. So
Then
we
why'd you put a
really focus
speaker
on
on it?
materials and finishes because we know that your Xbox is going to live on
Ma'am,
your
I
shelf
can't
for years.
find room for a
We also
microwave
want to
on my
make sure it
entertainment
fits
stand.
into your household. So that's why we make sure that all of our consoles can be
I
oriented vertically.
Just
or
really don't know
horizontally.
what the hell.
And as you
I
point
feel like
out,
it was
it's not just
designed.
the
This was,
physical
oh
design,
shit,
it's
shit,
also
put that
things like
on there.
acoustics.
Oh,
So
yeah,
our
now it's
engineering and
done.
industrial design teams spend a huge amount of
drive-through
effort making sure these
speakers would
consoles
kill
are as
me.
quiet as possible. But really, all of these design decisions together bring the focus back to what's most important, which is the games.
Do you think that's the
And all
only
of
way to
that
get
care
that
and thought that
controller?
went into the console design, that extends to the controller too.
It does.
No, I bet they'll sell
So
both of
we
them actually.
announced our new controller with the Series X, and that same controller is going to launch in
Did you hear it goes
Robot Light with
both
the
ways?
Series
Like these,
S.
if you buy
And
these,
what
you
we
can use
really
them on your
focused on in
360
this,
right now.
with these new controllers is to
Yeah.
make sure
Wow.
that we're comfortable for more players. So we focused on fit and ergonomics and feel. And I can tell you from using this new controller at home, these small changes make a huge difference in how
I don't know what that
comfortable
new
the
button would
controller is,
do. Like, I don't know if
especially
that
when
button
playing
would
for
just
long
not be
periods of time.
active on
And
the
we've also added a
360
share
or
button,
not 360
so you can
Xbox
share your game
One.
highlights to wherever you'd like.
Oh, on the Xbox
And that
One.
share button
Yeah.
also works with the Xbox
Did I say
app on your
360?
mobile phone.
Okay, so
I'm so
now,
mixed
so
up on
far
other
we've
fucking
talked about
generations,
its
but
amazingly small
I still thought
size,
that
we
was
talked
cool
about
that
its tech
a next
features,
gen
and we've
controller
talked a lot
could go
about product
backwards
design
to
and
your
intent.
old
How do
system.
we think about comparing the performance on a
I
technical
know
side
the
and even audience
Elite Series
perspective
2, like we
between
talked
the
about, can
Xbox
go to
Series
the
S and the
Series
Xbox
X, which
One
I already think is
X?
cool. I imagine
Well, the
Series
short answer
S.
is that the Xbox Series S has 4 times the processing power of the Xbox One
I feel like I
X.
lose my mind
and
trying to
pretty
talk about
similar
this and hearing
graphics. Now, you have
them
to
saying
keep in
X and
mind
S.
that we have a
Everything just
new
gets so
graphics
mixed up and
architecture
Xbox
and new
One.
graphics capabilities in this
Can't
generation.
we just
So
figure
it's
some new
really hard to
naming
compare
conventions?
specs like
This is so
teraflops across
stupid.
generations.
I can't
Now,
keep
it's
up
also
with it. I'd
worth
expect
noting that these two
some pretty
consoles were really
interesting
built for
games.
different
Oh,
kinds
I
of
know.
I'd
audiences.
expect like this
So the
grandma would be
Xbox
like,
One
"I need
X
the
was designed to be
Xbox
the most powerful console ever built
S
and the first to deliver true
2.5.
4K gaming. With the
I know,
Series
4K.
X, we're trying to bring
4K?
next generation gaming to more people at the beginning of the generation with a lower price.
I know
It is
some
great
people
that
are
we
making fun
have
of
a lot
naming,
options for different folks,
but I
that
feel like
we
it's not
believe
nearly as much as
that
the Wii and
next
Wii U,
generation
which I made
consoles are
fun of
gonna
as
deliver
well.
transformative
But I
gaming
feel like that's
experiences, and now we have a
people
couple
lose
of
their fucking
options for
minds over
them
that,
with
and I
the
don't see how
Series
Xbox
S
isn't
and
worse than
Series
that.
X. But in the end, the time to upgrade is really up to the player. And if you're playing on your Xbox One X and you're happy there, we're happy you're there, and we're ready for you whenever you're ready to upgrade. Okay, next question. The Series S has a 512 gigabyte custom SSD. How did the team land on that storage size
Well,
for a
we wanted
digital-only
to
SKU?
fucking cut costs and
When
make
we
people buy
move to
memory
SSD
cards.
technology, we get much, much higher performance. But of course, that higher performance comes
James
at a higher
said something they
cost.
talked about in Sacred
And,
Symbols,
more
so I meant to
storage is
test.
always
I've never
better.
heard
So
it,
we
but you
were
can use
trying to
PS4
balance the
controllers and
storage drive
PS3,
size as well as cost, and we
which
landed
I'm
on
guessing is
512.
true because I
Now,
think
the
they would
Series
know.
S
But I was
also
like, what the hell is
supports
it?
the Seagate storage
I've
expansion
never heard
card.
that, and
In
again, I
addition,
feel like
you
it'd be
can
kind of
always
weird
connect
because
your
there'd be some
USB
buttons that
3.1
either would just
drive
not be
for additional
active,
storage. And
or they
we've
can maybe
been
remap
working
it, but
on
I
a
can't
number of
imagine they're
software
doing
features to
that.
help you
I
more
feel like I
seamlessly
could
manage
snap
your game
PS3
library
controllers
between the
in my
cloud
hands. I think
and
I'd
your
prefer
console.
that.
Well, so far we've covered a lot of great details.
You know,
about
I'm not the
Xbox
only one
Series
looking
S.
for PS3s
Now
now.
let's have
So a few
Jason
people
Ronald
popping
take
up
us
with
through
groups.
what
Yeah, I
it
think
means
there's
for game developers and
a real
gamers.
shortage right now. I don't get it.
We've already announced quite a few titles that are coming optimized for Xbox Series X at holiday. That means that they're going to have those faster load times, those higher frame rates,
these
and
games
those
look
richer,
good.
more dynamic worlds, because they were built from the ground up to take full advantage
feel like
of
I'm
this
hating
new
on this.
architecture from these new consoles. All the
But I'm
games
not,
that are
just
coming
the Watch
optimized for
Dogs.
Xbox Series
Yeah.
X
Those games
will
never
also be
interested me.
optimized for Xbox Series S. Maybe the best part about the optimized catalog is that it's just a fraction of the number of games that our Xbox gamers are going to be able to play on these new devices come this holiday.
I love being able to say that we're going to have thousands of games at launch. Now, in the last generation, we pioneered backwards compatibility, and we're bringing that forward to unlock the largest launch library ever across 4 generations of content, all the way back to
James,
the
you said it
original
worked,
Xbox.
so what does
And
it do
our
with
goal is
the
really to unlock content
buttons that are
across
not on
devices
PS3? Are
and
those buttons just not
generations.
active, or are they
And for that,
actually
we
playable
invested in
buttons?
smart delivery. And with smart delivery, you buy a game once.
That'll
and then
actually
you
help me a
deliver the
lot.
best
I don't know if
version
you
of that game
looked,
to whatever
or I
console
mean,
you're
I just don't know
playing
what I'm
on.
doing, so I
So
don't
if
look
I'm
like
playing a game
for
on
games like
Xbox
you do.
One, and then I decide
But I
to
cannot
upgrade to a
find
Series S
original
or Series
PS3
X,
controllers anywhere, even
everything
before
comes with
the
me. My game
pandemic.
history, my saves, my
what's
achievements,
crazy
and the
is,
best version of the game
there's
is
a lot of fakes
automatically
out there.
delivered.
Yeah, I can find those everywhere,
Thanks so
but
much, Liz.
I've-
PS4
I
too.
know that I, for
Really?
one, am
Oh, yeah.
thrilled that all of our console cards
yeah,
are
I
on the
bought
table
a
and we're
couple
able to move
PS3 ones
forward
that are
toward
fakes. I
launch,
couldn't find real
telling our
ones, but they were
full and
fucking
complete
terrible.
story
I don't
of
even
the
care.
generation of gaming
Yeah, I don't
Xbox,
care if they're
so
not
this
on
must be
brand
a
as long as they
massive
feel
moment
like
for
it
you
and
and the
they're
team.
You know,
like
we
I used
spent
to
years
on the
envisioning
original
and
Xbox. I
working
had
on the
almost
next
all fake
generation of
controllers
gaming, and it's finally
because
here.
the cool
And
like
it is
glowing
so
or small
exciting
ones.
that
They
the
always had like
most
different
powerful
ones like
console
that.
ever
Yeah.
built
And
will
they
be
always
out
worked.
this
They felt
holiday
like
with the
Xbox
Xbox
controllers,
Series
but
X.
that thing
And I
right
love
away
that
felt
we're being
cheap
able to
and
bring next
did
generation
not
gaming
did
to
not
more
work
people
and
with the
kept
Series X.
disconnecting. So
So far, we've talked
that
about the
might be
long-term
helpful
vision for
to
Xbox
use
gaming
PS4
and the goal
controllers.
console within that vision.
Yeah.
We've also introduced the Xbox
Doesn't,
Series S,
there's, like,
which will bring next-gen
different
performance in our
versions of the
smallest
PS3
Xbox ever at a
controller
more
too, right?
affordable price.
Yeah, those will
Now
probably
let's welcome Sarah
be almost
Bond, our head of
non-existent because they weren't
partnerships
that
and
well made.
ecosystem,
You're talking
to
about
talk
the
about
stick
what our partners
stick
think about the
access
path
and then
that
the
Xbox is on, and what
DualShock
it means for
3.
their games and
But yeah, stick access.
Welcome,
That
Sarah.
one's a
Hey, Cindy.
completely breakable
Hi.
one.
I
That
think
maybe
it was
that's where
just
your
about a
mind
year
goes.
ago
It
that
has
you
no
and I
rumble
were
pack in
talking
it.
to a lot of our
So it
content
weighs,
partners
yeah,
about
it
the
literally
next
weighs
generation of
nothing. You
gaming
can
with
just twist, you
Xbox
can feel
going
it
to
twisting.
be like.
And then when they put
about
the
Project
vibration,
Scarlet
this girl was
consoles
not
in
amused.
particular. And they were very
When they
interested
put a
to hear about our
vibration there, I feel like
console
it feels a
plans,
little
but
more like a
also
real
very
hefty
curious and
controller.
very interested in
Not
talking
hefty,
more
but like
about
a real
Xbox
controller
Game
that
Pass.
doesn't feel
They
just
were
breakable in
excited
your
about what
hands.
they've done for their game
It's
so
kinda
far
funny.
and really
What's
interested
that?
to see what more it could do.
PS5
And then they
one
were
where it's like, oh,
particularly
Xbox,
interested to
and
hear
then
more
Xbox
about
were
how
like
we were planning on
PS3
bringing gaming to more
controllers
people by combining
on the
Xbox Game Pass
conferences.
with the cloud.
Like
Yeah, those
talking.
are always my favorite things
Wait.
to do
continue our content
I'm getting all
partners
mixed up on
talking
these
about our
names.
plans. And
Say
you're
that again.
totally right.
Oh, on the
They were super
PS5
excited to
conference,
hear
we were all
about the
talking about
console and
Xbox.
everything we're doing
Oh,
with
no,
the
now we're
Xbox
going
Series
reverse.
X
I see what
and
you're
S.
saying. Yeah.
They're always
I don't.
particularly
Yeah, I
interested
really
in
want
Game
to.
Pass because it's just
Your
such
mom's
an
calling.
amazing
Oh, you should have
innovation
answered it.
and how we're
You
making
should have
it
answered it on
possible for it to be
speakerphone.
I was
played
called
across the
back after
console,
this.
PC, and really anywhere with the cloud. You know, it's always been about giving our members just the freedom to discover and try new games and creating whole new
Are you still
levels of
there?
opportunity and success
Yeah,
for our
I do
partners
it too.
on our
I'm just
platform.
joking.
When did they switch?
And over the course of the last 3 years since
It
we launched
happened.
Game Pass, the participation
I think probably when I
from
started
our
this
partners has
conversation.
just broadened and deepened every step
Yeah,
of the
man.
way.
I don't.
We've actually
I think
quadrupled
PS3
the number
controllers
of
too,
partners
because
that
of
are
internal
participating in
batteries.
the
They're gonna
program.
be pretty fucking
And over
rare.
90%
Yeah.
of the top partners
Actual
on
ones.
Xbox are actually part of Game Pass. Like amazing
Game
brands
Pass.
like Take-Two, Bethesda, Capcom, Square Enix, Paradox, and Bungie
Enix.
have all signed up. We also
Oh,
already
yeah, James
have
said
over
that.
20 titles, Gen 9 optimized titles.
The touchpad and
committed
the
to come into
PlayStation
Xbox
button
Game Pass
is not
and moving to
active
the
if you
next
use them.
generation, and that number's growing
Which that's what I
all
was
the
guessing.
time.
It'd be kind of weird
And
though.
as always, our Xbox Game Studios titles launch into Game Pass day one. Over
Game
90%
Pass.
of people say
Oh, shit.
that they tried a game and played it that they never otherwise would have because of Game Pass.
Well, the expansion about catalog is super important, but also expansion of
You ready for
devices.
another Game Pass?
And it was about E3
Game Pass.
2019, not that long ago. Again, about a year ago, that you were
Yeah, I
on
just looked
stage
at that.
You know, I
talking
haven't heard-
about
I
the
haven't heard
Xbox Game
Cloud
Pass
yet,
for
though.
PC beta starting.
It's been
Took a long
incredible
time.
the last year on
Oh, they
PC.
said it,
We've really listened to
like 7
feedback
times
from
right in a
our
row after
players
that.
and
Oh,
from our
really?
developers.
Yeah,
and
it
continue
was
to
hasn't been a
iterate
little
and
bit,
improve
but they
what
said
we're
a
doing
lot
there.
during
And
that
we continue to
time
add
period.
new PC titles like Flight Simulator, which is awesome, and Wasteland 3.
I mean, the only
And I'm
exclusive
excited to
game
share that on September 17th, the service is actually going to be exiting beta. We're incredibly proud
Right.
of how far we've come here.
Oh, for PC,
Really,
I
when
was
we
like,
talk
what is that?
about
Not?
PC,
I didn't know it was in beta.
It's all about our commitment to continue to make it possible for people to be able to play any way they want, which is why we recently announced that on September 15th, we're actually going to make it possible
so
for
wide.
Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members to play over 100
Game Pass.
games on their Android devices across 22 markets.
Amazing. It really has
That's
been
amazing.
an incredible amount of
Your drink
progress
just
on
now
the
was so
program in a
HD.
pretty short amount of time.
So
And
HD.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was like-
speaking from the console gamer perspective on this. It really does add an incredible amount of flexibility in what
How is that
Xbox Game
HD?
Pass Ultimate
I don't know,
members
it's
can
just
actually
so-
do with their
so
content.
crisp
Even if you
in the
really want
ear.
to start with your console and playing at home, you can easily move that same game
You
that's
want,
part of your subscription over to
Expire
your mobile
Game
device,
Fuel
or vice
or
versa. You can
Baja
start on your
Blast?
mobile and then come back
Expire
home
Game
and pick up
Fuel.
right
That's what
where
I
you
was
left
thinking.
off. You can
She said
even
Game
turn
Pass,
games
by the
that
way.
are technically
Oh,
not
yes.
couch co-op games that actually would have normally
I have a
required you
feeling
to have more than one
it's gonna
console
taste the
in
same amount. I think we
house,
know the
and turn
difference,
those
but
experiences into
it might
almost
mess
like a
with us
couch
since we know
moment
that.
for whoever you're playing with on their own subscription
the
as
smell.
well. It really does enable that idea of the games you
coming
want,
back?
with the people that you want on the device that you
I don't
want.
think
because
so.
it
I think they're doing that
actually
stupid thing
allows you
where,
to take your game
the
library with
4
you,
different
whether you're
kind
playing
game
on
fuels they
console,
have,
PC,
like
or you're
more
on
energy
mobile
drink
device.
style ones.
Yeah, it's fun to think of
I
all
think
the
they're just rocking
possibilities
those
that it
now and
opens up,
calling that
right?
Game
And
Fuel, even though
it's this
it
commitment
does
to
not
putting
taste
the
like Game
customer
Fuel.
at the center, which is a big part of why I just love Xbox. And right now, with so many people at
Whoa,
home and
a
with social
Microsoft employee
interaction,
loves
it's
Xbox?
harder.
Whoa.
Xbox Game Pass is really making it
Game Pass.
possible for people to connect and share.
I would fucking love if
Friends,
they do a
you
Halo
on the
Infinite
same plan,
Game Fuel though. That's
basically
where
have a
Game Fuel
shared
started.
library
Right.
of games, so
But
that
with
you
it being
can
a
just
monster, I
jump in
don't
and
think so.
play and just experience something instantly. So just our ongoing commitment to human connection, which is always something
What's
I
the
love
other
about
energy
Team
drink?
Xbox, is even more precious now.
So we
Maybe it's
started
Red
with
Bull. I
Xbox
can't
Game
remember. One of
Pass
them
on
is doing
console that expanded to PC, and
other-
now we've
what's,
moved from PC to cloud. But really,
Cyberpunk,
we know
right?
that in the end, games are what matters the most, and content catalog is what really drives new people to the service.
I just spilled it.
And we
that?
just had
I
our
paled.
Xbox Games Showcase
I need
in
some
July,
motivation.
and we showed a ton of games, dozens of games that are all coming to the service in the near future.
Good.
But of course,
Future.
our fans and members are always asking for more.
Yes,
I've
always
yet to see
asking
that
for
in
more,
person,
and
I'll
there
be
is so much more to come. In fact, there's one partner
What's that?
really shares our vision on
The
subscription,
Toad and a
and
fucking
we're excited to share that we are teaming up with
epic
them
that
today to
was
do
now?
something
Oh.
really, really
I'm not seeing a Toad.
revolutionary for our
I think I've
members.
been all over
Let's
the
take
map.
a look.
I've never been a fucking Toad.
Derek, I miss the original Halo 3 Game Fuel as well. I think this Game Fuel though, the just regular Game Fuel, citrus berry or citrus cherry, I think that tastes just like the Halo one.
You know, I saw on eBay the other day someone posted a sealed 12-pack for like 150.
Really? I had so many of those I could have done that with.
Dude,
Oh,
Halo
this
was
is
everywhere.
Yeah, I fucking loved it.
It was on fucking everything. Montage of a bunch of games that's on every other console.
Well, this is we already got this announcement, so it's not even thematic, but this is EA Play coming to Game Pass,
Oh.
so this would have actually been cool.
Yeah, this is a really cool game. I forgot about this. This is really shit on PlayStation now. PlayStation old.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know, Derek. I think the citrus cherry tastes just like the Halo one. Maybe it's just me. I definitely think the ones they try to create that aren't citrus cherry and they say are the original game fuel, like the ones they have now, are not it at all. But this one I think tastes the same to me.
Yeah, I think so for me as well.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it is different. But we could buy the expired one. It's 13 years old, and I'm sure it was just complete yuck. Wow, that was crazy, Christina. Thank you so much.
That's why I love Xbox.
Xbox is
Well,
that's
here
one
we
of
go.
the. Oh,
EA
Jesus.
Play is coming to
I was
Xbox
joking.
Game Pass
That's
for
actually what
console
happened.
and PC.
Yeah, this is just the best news
Oh,
I
Game
have
Pass.
to share today.
This is the
EA
best
Play
news
is
she
a new
has to
brand
share today.
bringing together EA Access on console
Who's that guy in the middle? I've
and
never seen
Origin
him before.
Access on PC. And
I
coming
missed it.
soon,
Was there
all
joke?
Xbox
Yeah,
Game Pass
Mahomes, I feel
Ultimate
like he's
members
everywhere.
and
Oh,
all
yeah.
PC Game Pass members
She said
are going to
exclusive
get to
and
play
Game
EA
Pass?
Play at no additional cost. Really what we're doing here
How is this
we're
more
just
than an
bringing
actual
the very
conference?
best of EA to Game Pass.
Game
More
Pass?
than 60 games with amazing franchises like FIFA, Star
I
Wars
went from having no
Battlefront,
caffeine in 2 days to,
Battlefield,
like,
and Sims.
Hyper
In-game challenges and rewards, and
This is
special
perfect for you to come
members-only content, as well as discounts on DLC, games, and more. Plus the ability to play exclusive titles. Not only
exclusive?
will EA games be available on console and PC, but also some of the
Oh, so he
best of
spit it
EA
out.
Play is also going to be playable on Android devices.
It's just an incredible amount of new content coming to the service.
all the different colors is
I'm
throwing me off a little too
personally
now.
looking forward to the fact that
When I was
it'll all
watching
be
the Lions
available
game,
for our new console players
As you
to
know,
play
as
this
she does.
holiday.
She's a
Yes,
loser.
that is honestly
and
so
they were
exciting for our
destroying
console
us. Like,
players.
wow,
It's going to be available
congratulations,
this
EA.
holiday,
They got this
and
one wrapped
new
up.
members can join
she's
at
like,
any time
don't
for
say
$1.
anything,
It
'cause
really just
they're
doesn't get
definitely
any
not a fourth
better.
quarter
It is
team.
definitely a great time to be a
sure as
Game
shit.
Pass member. We've now added more value than ever to Xbox Game Pass
Game
Ultimate
Pass,
with
Game
EA
Pass.
Play. We've got Xbox Game
Dude,
Pass
it's
for
green.
PC exiting beta around the same time that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members in 22 countries
Oh,
can play
no,
over
stop
100
saying
games
that, you
on their
idiot.
mobile Android devices at no additional cost. Thank
Nobody-
you so much for joining us today, Sarah.
Thank you.
No
It's
one
been
that
great.
attractive is
Today,
playing
we've
fucking
talked
Game
a
Pass
lot
on the
about how we
phone.
want to enable
I didn't
gamers
see
to
it.
play in more ways. And now
She
I'd
was
like
a
to
model.
share how we're
Oh, what?
expanding our Xbox
I just fucking
All
tried to
Access program, which
fast
will
forward our
enable
live
gamers to
stream.
join in that way. Xbox All Access gives customers everything they need in one transaction to jump into
Piercing
gaming.
laugh. I'm sorry.
Their console of choice and 24 months of Xbox
Jeez,
Game
Marcus
Pass
Phoenix
Ultimate.
is so
Game
old
Pass.
All
right
with
there.
no upfront costs and a low monthly.
Anya.
Last year, we piloted Xbox All Access in 3 countries with 4 partners, a blend of traditional gaming retailers and a mobile operator.
Got an email from
To see
Phil
how this
Spencer.
membership model combining
Yeah,
hardware
me
and
too, yeah.
services could help more consumers get into gaming easier than ever. We learned that this program not only
Why do I feel like
helped
this is
new
what
people
how
join
people
our
are when they're
community,
actually drinking. We're
but
just
also
fucking
helped
drinking
existing
pop.
Xbox members
I'm
get into
like
the
a
console of their
7-year-old
choice.
at stay up late.
Today, we're announcing
Dude,
the
we're drinking
expansion of
root
this
beer.
program to 17 partners in 12 countries, just in time for Xbox Series
All
X
access.
and S
What does
to
this
launch
mean?
this holiday. That means that more fans
Oh,
can
is
get
where
into
you,
the
like-
next generation of gaming
Oh,
with
the
a new
payment
Xbox,
plans.
Oh
either
my
a
God,
Series
don't
S
listen
or
to me.
X,
Don't
and
anybody do
24
that.
months of Xbox Game Pass
Game
Ultimate,
Pass.
which includes 100 plus titles and now includes EA Play
Daniel
for a low
posted
monthly
that. I think I see it.
There's something you need to see.
Segment thing is funny.
Whoa.
That is so cute. That's so cute. Look at you over there flirting. You flirting, bringing game. That is the nerdiest way to flirt too. I thought you'd be bored, so I also brought you my Game Boy.
Hey, it worked, didn't it?
Felt sorry for you. That's awesome.
We're about to finish this pop too. Well, this might be the end of this. So.
Yeah, I'm always jealous
Uh.
of people that don't drink a lot of caffeine because they're like, "Oh God, I'm so tired. I need to get a Mountain Dew." It's like, "Oh, I haven't had a Mountain Dew in 1 hour. I need to get a Mountain Dew." That's how I live my life.
I'm even worse. When I was upstairs eating those breadsticks, I drank the Dr. Pepper. I opened it when you were here. I finished it and I
It is
nearly
my
grabbed
pleasure
another
to
one. I was like,
announce
shit,
that
this
both
empty.
Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S will be launching globally on November the 10th.
I just love
And at $299,
Mountain
Xbox Series S is
$2.99.
the most affordable way to get into next generation gaming. And with Xbox
Do
All
not
Access, fans can join Xbox and get gaming
get
for as
the
little as
All Access
$24.99
thing.
a month. Pre-orders start on September 22nd in
It
retailers
is not
worldwide.
cheaper.
Now, before I go, here's
Just
a quick
one more
recap
thing.
of everything we've covered
Nope,
today.
definitely not.
Xbox Series S joins Xbox Series X as our suite of options for next-generation console gaming, delivering on Gen 9 speed and performance, launching November the 10th, 2020. Thousands of games from 4 generations of Xbox will work and play best on these consoles, including dozens of games optimized to take full advantage of next-gen performance ready at launch. Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and
Pass.
PC membership continues to
Xbox.
get better with the addition of EA Play, coming this holiday at no additional cost. And the easiest way to get into the next generation of gaming with Xbox is with Xbox All Access. Get your console
might
of
be our
choice,
last
plus
shot.
more than
See if she
100
gives us
games
one
with
more.
Xbox
Maybe
Game Pass
Game
Ultimate.
Pass.
For no
Hey.
upfront costs and a low monthly price.
Hope she doesn't say any
Thank
more.
you
That'd
all
be
for
perfect.
joining us
Oh my
today,
god.
and as we embark on the future of gaming at Xbox.
She said Xbox Game Pass.
That was kind of crazy. It worked out perfectly. All of our drinks are gone.
Wow, that was perfect. Like me.
Oh, all
Wow,
right.
Case, that's weird. Look at all your Donald Trump recommended things. That says something about you, doesn't it?
I hate you. All right. So is that it?
Yeah, I think it's it, you bigot racist.
Do the podcast tomorrow night as normal?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for watching, everyone. Probably should back out before I do this. I do this every time.